McKenzie Pass itself was an indigenous trail and stock route in the 1800s. It turned into a rough wagon road by the 1860s and later a paved road, a highway, or today's Oregon 242, crossing a 65-mile lava field. At the summit, crews had to cut road through the rock. Oh, y'all are in for a special treat. I'm excited about this. You'll see. On the pass, you step into a new piece of New Deal craft, the Dee Wright Observatory. Built of local lava by Civilian Conservation Corps crew and completed in 1935. Named for the crew's longtime foreman, and its windows frame Washington, the sisters, and more. Stone apertures set to the compass. So I came in. Wasn't that awesome? I love stuff like that, man. President Roosevelt and his New Deal. Man, he built a lot of stuff. From that Timberline Lodge that you saw a few episodes ago, one of these things, observatories here, and a lot more with roads and whatnot. By the way, it's August 25th, 26th. Jeez, I think August 26th. Yeah, yesterday was the 25th. Today is August 26th. I'm walking on this McKenzie Pass road back to the trail from the observatory. It's a beautiful, beautiful morning. The fire's still going back there, but I don't see any smoke whatsoever, but the wind is blowing that way. And the clouds and the rain clouds, I hope, helped out with the fire being put out. I am surrounded by lava. That is so crazy. And because names matter, I speak the rivers that bookend this high ground. The McKenzie to the west, and Deschutes to the east. And of course, the big river, Columbia, that braided these routes downstream. We mob in Chinookan, in Inchiwana, in Sahaptin. Saying these here feel like setting a compass even when the needle is lava. So as the black softened a bit and the far peaks turned different colors of iron cooling in a forge, the tread carried me through pockets where tiny pines try their first year. Impossible, but still happening. Yapoah crater rises like a cinder crown. 4-in-1 cone lines the ridge like a small parade. Then the country softens. Lava breaks into islands of green. Little kipukas holding birdsong over a sea of stone. The air cools a degree and water begins to appear where there was none. First a seep, then a thread, then a real creek finding its voice. Then there's the little brother. Behind the little brother is North Sister and Middle Sister. And little brother. So here's some fun information that you will not find far out for some reason. Little after passing the sisters, or Klaklani, the PCT tips towards a notch with the whimsical name, Opie Dilldock Pass. I heard a local pronounce it Opie, but the story isn't a hiker campfire tale. It's on the maps because the USFS packer Dee Wright and District Ranger Ralph Engels joked in 1932 that the cartoon character, old Opie Dilldock, who always wriggled out of tight situations, out of tight spots, fit the tricky descent. Oregon later formalized the name and its origin. The pass still feels like a punchline you earn. Obsidian shows up almost shy, a wink in the duff, a glitter in a cut bank, then whole patches of volcanic glass, black, smoky, snowflake clear. Hands knew the stone for millennia. Its chemistry turns up far from here because people moved it along trade routes. This basin's glass is why the Obsidian country has been managed as a limited entry area for decades, a protection model that predated the newer Central Cascades permit system. I don't pocket a shard if I see one. I'll let the land keep saying what it's still saying. The side sound pulls me into a bowl of green and spray. Obsidian Falls. Water stepping down dark ledges bright over black glass. The creek runs clear with a hint of glacier milk, the kind of silt that tells you where it's been. I stand long enough to hear how the falls changes from shouts to whisper 10 feet downstream and keep moving while my rhythm still in my legs. Higher up, the sisters start taking turns in the frame. Together, some warm springs, Sahaptin tellings call them Klaklani, or 3 points. Individual indigenous names for each peak vary by community and weren't always written down. So the trio carries better as just a single being here. But if a knowledge keeper offers me different names, I'll use theirs. But the settler labels, faith, hope, charity, they never really fit, as well as the older geographies, food, fire, stone.